Last time on Fire Emblem Warriors, we fought a whole bunch of Garnifs, and also got some rare swords that there's a fair chance I didn't remember to equip. Hello, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Warriors. It is time for Chapter 16, The Imprisoned Prince.
Not the free prince, the imprisoned
Swords are seriously amazing.
Oh, that's right, they got magic swords, and everyone's like, oh, what? Balls.
Wow, that's very cool. Thank
could use
you
them to smash
for
any
sharing.
That's right, it was dragon energy, wasn't it? Thanks, Kanye. Very cool.
With such strong weapons.
Strong weapons now. You're bigger instead of strong. It's possible sword allows to close the outrow.
You do realize this is voice acted, and you don't need to do any of that.
Hopefully that works. God, don't worry, I wasn't done talking. Yes, you were. I'm talking now. I'm the protagonist.
Why are you talking like Toad?
Because he looks like he has a Toad voice. I'll be less, as per usual.
I'm just wondering, is there anybody else that's really worth? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, let's, I guess,
Camilla?
Leave them. Yes, the flying one. It's very handy.
Why not use,
Can we just...
Cordelia?
Okay.
Or really
Let's go.
any other flyer in this game.
What's your beef with Camilla again?
She's weird.
You're intimidated by large...
Oh, hi there, brother.
You're intimidated by large breasts? Oh, good to know.
We're not technically related. If you want to get me, what?
Oh shit, you
Where
forgot...
am I?
You forgot to tap in. Well, Lucina shall win the day. Seriously, if I start doing stupid things, let me know, because...
We must take the outer forts to gain a foothold for our attack.
What do you mean if you start doing stupid things?
I kind of woke up with a hangover this morning.
Oh, where were you last night?
I don't like drinking, but I have some booze from when I did enjoy drinking left over, right? So pretty much the goal was, hey, let's just burn through some of this. So
Let's drink 4 bottles of rum.
It was only 1 bottle of something that didn't have, like, a lot, but since I, like, never drink, it, like, oh man. There was barfing, I felt better after that. But then I woke up with still a headache, and it didn't get better until I had eaten not only breakfast, but, like, actually after lunch. That was around when I was like, oh, I'm okay now. But my head's still, like, a little just, ugh, why you done this, you know?
Yeah, I have hangovers all the time.
Well, I'm sure somebody has probably, you probably heard it described somewhere.
Attack the enemy's rear. Make them.
I should probably actually start defending things. Nah, they're fine.
Wow, this is the second time today we've played a game I wasn't allowed to play. Thanks, games.
Okay.
Only this one I don't want to be playing as much as the other one.
Camilla, you... Well, yeah, you just... You go there. What is your beef with this game in particular, though?
Which is not fun.
You know, I consider this game, like, leaps and bounds more fun than Hyrule Warriors, at least a 1-player.
Oh, I haven't played 1 player.
Yeah, it's really awful.
Surround the small fry.
It's
What's
like trying to
really awful?
babysit, like, an entire...
I haven't played this single player, I mean, not Hyrule Warriors. Hyrule Warriors I played single player and it was fine.
Oh my gosh, then you must have gotten lucky with the AI.
This game...
It's like babysitting a bunch of really dumb suicidal children. Oh, they're about to die! Dude.
Well,
You and like half a dozen other people because you are bad at this. What am I even supposed to be doing right now?
It seems like... Okay, so there's
I think I'm supposed to be hitting them.
They're cool, unique. They're not really the characters play. There's like
Well, yeah, that is definitely a problem here. If we get another seal, we should power up at least.
but like it gets boring because you're playing as the same person every time. I can play as Lucina, and now I can play as Crom, now I can play as Mark. Oh, did I just play the same person 3 times in a row? They took up 3 different character styles because I don't know.
Answer me.
It's like if you played Smash Brothers and there was Mario, 16 Mario clones, Luigi, 16 Luigi clones, Peach, 16 Peach clones, and that was the game. It's like there's not much diversity. It takes away a lot of the fun, especially because it's fun experimenting with new movesets and the characters, since there's not a whole lot going on otherwise. Like, your combos and your uniqueness is what you're dealing with.
Which way we go?
The enemies are kind of generic, so
Oh,
there's
I have
nothing you
this?
can do there.
Oh, shit.
And, you know.
I don't...
Also, from
I
what
don't.
I've read of the story, when I wasn't skipping it, it was pretty dull. And it seemed
have you
kind
played
of-
many Dynasty Warriors games? It's not like they're like, oh my god, actually,
even Hyrule
this is
Warriors
probably
was
one of the
better
weaker
though.
ones. Like, the Gundam one was really good, mostly because of just how ridiculous it was. There was, like, a point where you had, like... I think my favorite part was they had, in at least the one, like, they would split up into teams, some of the characters, right? The one team was Milliardo, who is the other form of Zex, right?
Yeah.
Milliardo, Master Asia, and Puru. LPO Puru. And, like, at one point, she convinced, like, all of them together to do the "Look, the East is burning red." That whole little song and dance type thing. Are you familiar with "Look, the East is burning red"?
No.
Have you watched much of G Gundam?
No, I watched it at your house like one time and that was it.
It's just like these dumb, stupid, like, I'd say almost Sentai-like poses that they do. He's like, look, the East is burning red. I cannot remember the rest of it. Oh my gosh. I feel bad now because it was always, like, really fun watching Master Asia do that.
The other thing with this game, you know, some games you play them and you can tell a lot of heart and all that went into it, and the people making it genuinely cared about making a good game. With this, it seems like a machine kind of pumped it out, and it was like, is this fun game?
Agree and disagree. There are some parts that seem, like, really well done. Like, the AI in this is not as bad. Your guys will not immediately die, like, the second you walk away. And, you know, like, the strategy putting people places, it actually seems to do more than when you command them in other games. And then there's, like, you know, like, the story's not well written, but a lot of the support conversations, I would say, are decently written. So it's kind of like...
Well, there's one support conversation between characters.
At most. But still, with all these characters, I mean, writing support for all of them would have been ridiculous, especially given that this isn't like a novel type game. It's a a hack and slash.
Yeah. But I just mean, it doesn't feel like there was heart put into
I
this.
don't know. Part of me does think that this was just a cash grab. Another part of me thinks, like, with some of the stuff, I would say that somebody liked Fire Emblem enough that they did care enough to try and, you know, get some cool stuff done. Then there's other things where it does seem like it was just a cash grab. Maybe even, hey, I don't have any faith in this. Don't put too much resources into it. We'll make an actual good game if we do a sequel.
Also, with Heroes, like, even that feels like there was more heart put into it, and they, like, listened to the fans most of the time. Sometimes they put 12-year-olds in wedding dresses and bathing suits, and then it's like, maybe not that.
For what it's worth,
You don't know about the newest expansion, do you?
I might have seen it. Did they do Nowie again?
Nope. Young Tiki. Little girl Tiki.
How... I'm worried about how I'm going to phrase this, so...
It's not super creepy, but it's...
Is it like, oh, it's, you know, she's wearing a swimsuit that's cute, or is it, oh, this is very obviously them trying to make the, you know, little girl sexy?
I'm not sure. Because if you look at it at first, it's like, oh yeah, that's nice. And then there's like some smaller, finer details that are just kind of like,
I've seen some of the swimsuits, and I enjoy some of them, but yeah, no, I could see Tiki. I mean, I really like Tiki. I think she is either
but I mean,
small and
do
adorable.
adult Tiki. Don't do kid Tiki for that kind of thing.
I think there's a place
Or
for
if you-
both of
yeah,
them,
but
as
if
long
you're
as
gonna
they
do Kid
tone
Tiki,
down,
don't, like-
as long as they tone down certain things.
Not everything needs to be fan service. Like, you can have...
No, that is the entire point of that fucking game, and you cannot tell me it's not.
Well, I mean...
Nobody's like, oh my gosh, this story in these games. No, it's you being like, oh wow, I'm hanging out with...
No, I don't mean like there's certain fan service that's good fan service. Like, hey, remember this was fun. And then there's fan service which is,
It's fan service regardless, so I'd say just like, you know, if that's the entire selling point, you might as well layer it.
Yeah, and I guess it makes some money from some people, so I mean, I guess it works. But the one thing that gets annoying is...
All the, teenage or lower?
Yeah, and also, Lindis has, like, 5. There's 5 Lins, and they look pretty identical. And pretty much all of the Lins are the top tier characters. And everyone for a while was like, can we get a Marth? Marth is, like, the main guy, and he has none. And then they put him in a wedding suit, like, eventually. And people were kind of like, this is not what we meant.
Oh, we put him in Speedo next.
But yeah, Lynn,
Ooh,
Brave...
sexy boy. Oh shit, I forgot to switch over and actually get Anna.
Lynn, Brave Lady, that version, that variant, is pretty much the Mega Rayquaza of Fire Emblem Heroes. It is considered, like, undoubtedly the best.
So, pretty much, you could, like, walk up, smack the Black Knight inside the head, call him a bitch, and lead
You
her
can't
around
attack
while
her.
you-
You can't counterattack her. If she shoots you, you can't fight back, and she automatically does 2 hits on you. So it's like, okay, cool, thanks, lady.
Thanks.
And then if you give her certain abilities, you can make it so after she shoots you, she can run away. Like, she moves a few spaces back. So it's like, okay. And she has a lot of health, and she's on a horse. And normally when you're on a horse, you're sacrificing a little of something. You might be sacrificing a little attack, a little defense, a little resistance, something. She doesn't sacrifice anything. She's like, yep, I'm on a horse. He's cool.
She's got it all.
Kill him!
Thanks to you. Sorry for the trouble.
She came at a very, like I said, I've said it multiple times, her being, like, you know, pretty much the first character that a lot of people encountered.
First waifu.
Faltered without your guidance.
It was love at first sight.
I find myself in your debt. No.
Not quite sure how old she was, but
Have you been reading my diary?
little old me.
They have a certain
I bought Fire Emblem thinking it was a strategy game, but soon it turned into my dating sim. I couldn't
That
wait
wasn't
home.
until the 3DS.
I couldn't wait home to get home and talk to my dear Lindis on my Game Boy
so
Advance.
far.
And I believe she's 15 and then 16 or 18 and then 19, depending on your region. Here it's 18 and then 19.
It's not creepy. I swear.
Well, given that I played the game originally when I was 15, it wasn't.
It's like a Misty situation. When you watch Pokemon, you're like 8, so it's cool.
Yeah, that is actually a good thing, you know, like, you go back, I mean... One, it's like, wow, she
your
is...
voice is so annoying. I'm sorry.
How the fuck do I get back there? Oh, shit.
It's like your babysitter's who saw teenagers. Liana is running into danger and dying.
How the fuck do I get back over there?
We won't let Prince Darius escape.
Okay, where did I just leave myself?
Ready for
Okay.
orders.
Actually, you go up there.
You think you're in a pickle? Look at Lissa. She's sitting in a corner somewhere. Has no idea where to go.
Holy crap, there's a lot of guys here.
Oh man, I'm using my big boy slash.
Admittedly, though, for that Missy situation, I am kind of wondering, like, kids who are just getting into Pokemon now, which one would be their, like, will become, like, their default Waifu character? Cause...
I haven't watched Sun and Moon, but whoever the main female of that is, maybe.
Well, that's the thing. There's, like, 3 of them. The group currently is Ash, Kiowe,
You're gonna die.
Sophocles, and then for girls, it's Malo, Lana, and Lily.
It doesn't matter what gender you are, it's Sophocles.
Also, Sophocles' Togedemaru is a Goyle.
Wow.
That was important because, like, they immediately, like, were implying that his Togedemaru was, like, interested in Pikachu. Which, that's happened a few times, right? Like...
Things getting interested in Pikachu?
Yeah. Like, I know at least,
Is
wasn't
Pikachu-
it Baneri? Yeah, Baneri in Gen 4,
I don't know.
I think, was attracted to Pikachu.
Pikachu's just a big old Pikachu. He's a hunk of a Pikachu, let me tell you.
He's a Pimpachu. Oh!
Win this. I like this product.
Yeah, could you please kill this shithead?
Could you please get health so I don't have to hear the It just keeps going. Doesn't stop.
Don't stop, never stop.
Can you like find health or something or die? Like really anything. You've been on one
As
health
soon as
for
I
the
get
past-
through, kill this guy, I am going to switch back to Lucina.
And then she's gonna die. Leona's gonna die.
Well, I mean, this is all I really need her for right now. My gosh, she is like leveling up. Normally in Dynasty Warrior games, when you level up, you get your health back, you get your... I don't think I ever gave her her special weapons that specifically kill monsters.
The ones they were just talking about, they're like, I have a cool weapon. And
Wow,
then-
my sword's really cool. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's nice. I'm sure you auto-equip them because that would make sense in the context of the story.
Nope, she has a bronze sword. She's lugging around a bronze sword. Wow.
What, you think I'm gonna give her something cool?
Gold up, XP up, weapon equality up.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, Liana, you've grown like
Well,
5
I mean,
levels
it's not
in the
like
past
it matters.
2 minutes.
She gets like 2 stat increases. Does it really matter that much if she's leveling?
It matters if we upgrade her. I wasn't planning on it unless we get literally every... Okay, all but one seal in the game.
This
I
isn't
would-
strategy. You're fighting 2 Spearmasters with a sword chick.
I just want to kill them to get the materials and then move on. I think they're low enough at this point that this will work.
This is boring to watch. It's not like Spider-Man, which was like somewhat interesting sometimes. This is just not really ever interesting to watch. Which is kind of sad because right now we're recording this.
Have I ever told you what a delight you are to play games with?
I was having fun earlier with Spider-Man when I was playing, and
When I was playing and not being totally dead for being not good at the Spider-Man.
then
Coming
I
this
just
Christmas.
don't like this game.
I actually got like a ton of use out of it. Like the other 2 Dynasty Warriors, I find myself like having a hard time convincing myself to play them. I don't know if it's just that I played myself out on the other ones so that I don't, like, I don't really want to screw with the other ones. It might also be that I've just gotten so much accomplished in this one that it's like going back to square one's kind of not appealing.
They're gonna
It
make
might also be that I've played each of them before. Like the Hyrule Warriors, yeah, I like played the shit out of that game. So going back and it's like, unlock everything again. And I'm just like, no, I don't.
Did you unlock
really want
ravioli
to.
yet? I really like ravioli.
No, we can work on that later if you want, though.
I know his name's Ravio. I just call him Ravioli. That was funny. How
Hello,
are we gonna
why
get
are
all
you
our
in
health
trouble?
back?
I picked some stuff up.
I'm really hoping she's gonna die.
Why do you keep on running into the archers, Camilla?
Oh, the AI is very good. They're not suicidal at all.
Sam, do you realize how many people would have died by now if this were Hyrule Warriors?
None, because I will keep them all alive.
No, you won't. You can't run that fast.
I don't know how many people dying and getting on my nerves. Like some of the like just generic dudes, yeah.
Well, then they'll, like, lose the place that you just took. It's like, I left, like, for 30 seconds. How did you lose the fucking fort?
Oh, it's the fire emblem.
Another thing that I like about this one, though, is that you automatically pick up materials
Don't let
and
Edgelord
weapons.
anywhere near it.
Complete the Shield of Flames.
You know how annoying it is to have to, like, camp a dead body in Hyrule Warriors to make sure you don't miss a rare drop?
My spirit energy formed a stone for the fire emblem. I don't know, magic.
So will you give the next one of these a shot if they do one?
I mean, it depends.
If they vary
Hyrule
up the move
Warriors.
system?
Yeah, and Hyrule Warriors just felt like they cared. This doesn't. It exists.
Well, I enjoy it. I have a lovely time.
Say you had good taste.
Look out!
How's he again? What did I tell you? I said don't let Edgelord near it. What did you do? Come on, Edgelord, let's go right on over.
At long last, my quest for the shield is over.
It's actually the fire emblem. Do you think maybe he doesn't know it's the fire emblem? He just thinks it's a really cool shield and he's like, I want to use this.
Can't be true. Say it isn't true.
I never loved you.
Who cares about the why? He's betrayed us
Is he gonna turn out to be a not as cool lion?
for himself. I was
What?
never on your side to be
Is he possessed by a demon?
on a grand show of fighting my own kingdom.
And he's like, I loved your sister, and I really respected you as a swordsman.
Changed. Watching you
And then I got taken over.
trying to awaken the shield of flames. Painful.
I
Hey,
feel like Darius is gonna be a not as cool lion.
Looking for the heroes with glee.
And then I'm gonna feel the real upset, 'cause I was like, Lion was so cool. And then
Congratulations.
this doofus walked
who's
in.
Lion?
Sacred Stones.
I won't believe it. Your
Was that his name? I thought it was something similar, but not quite Lion.
Lion.
Like a completely different person. These are your true colors.
Navarre, you're not playable. Shut up.
And look at you.
He can be for 1999 today.
rank, Hero King. I will tell you. I'll be taking.
Look at all these cool characters that are already in the game.
Is that even possible?
You're using my own argument.
$19.
But I wouldn't expect.
It's like people make the joke. I forget which. I think it's Capcom. Gotta get that day one DLC.
Cursing your own.
Only theirs didn't come out on day one, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they did have some actual work on them, but they very much could have just made them playable.
What? The ground. It's shaking. The structures are coming down. We have to flee at once.
why is everything shaking?
Oh, because she's summoning evil. Robin, you're such a slowpoke. Crom needs to stay behind to make sure you don't trip. Niles, you're so not playable.
His life.
But he can be for $19.99.
How could you say that? Darius is our friend, Leo.
Your friend attacked you and stole the Shield of Flames. It doesn't
Shut up, Edgelord.
Yeah, Navarre's here just so he can be a dick. So that Crom doesn't have to be like, oh no, I think we had to kill him.
A good reason to do
What
it.
does it matter? He's gone. Darius stands against us now.
Shut up! I summoned you all here to be my
Darius
slaves.
is an evil.
We've trusted in him for as long as I can remember. Deep in my heart, I know he would
Oh
never
God,
want to
this
betray
is
us.
this is the worst Sacred Stones. Why? Why? It was a good game. Why did you do this?
Nobody
Yeah, you could have at least given us
and
Ephraim and Loot.
their faith in him.
Like,
Ephraim for a spear user, and Loot just because Loot's the best.
No earthly idea of who I
this
was.
is just a worst
Even then,
thing.
Crom never gave up on me.
Trusting him so deeply, it's a powerful thing. If you believe in Darius, then I shall.
So there are the people that are like, I don't trust him. And then there's the people who are
The
like,
pragmatic
I trust him.
ones are like, no, we have to kill him.
Do we get a choice in killing him? If we get a choice in killing him, he's dead. For being on top is
Takumi
good
is going
Mario.
along with this pretty well too, given that he's a dick.
Wow, that's so cool. Thanks. We had Marth 1, 2, and 3 all stand in a row. Had trouble telling the difference for a second.
I'd make a comment about how Lucina has boobs, but I mean, they're...
She passed as a boy for a pretty long time. Wow, great.
I mean, that's not a
Look at
bad
this.
thing. I dig it.
Look at this great sport. I ate a sandwich. Good job.
Well then, join us next time when Sam gets to play again.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Thanks for watching. Join us next time when Sam does need to play again. Also, we'll probably figure out something with Darius too.